This is how easy you could have saved your trading account. 90% of all your blown trading accounts were not from several trades, but mostly from one single trade. And this is because you violate the rule of stop loss. Now, I get it. I'm not judgmental because I've been there. I'm still there. Sometimes you get into a trade and you feel like this trade is the most amazing trade. You have strong bias about that trade. You're very sure that trade is going to go that particular way. Or sometimes you're in a trade and it's going bad and you become hopeful. Instead of becoming fearful, you become hopeful. This trade is going to go so good. I trust this trade, or it's going to get back to my entry and I'm going to exit this trade. So you become very, very hopeful about the trade when you should be fearful. Now, a lot of the time, you even put the stop loss. So you're like, okay, I'm going to get into this trade and this is my stop loss. And you set the stop loss. Now, while the trade was approaching your stop loss, you edited your trade and removed the stop loss and reduced it even lower. And the trade kept going even more down to the new stop loss you put, and then you brought it even lower. You brought it even lower till that account was completely blown. Now, I can totally relate to that. And bias is a crazy thing. Once you have a bias about a trade, you're very sure this trade is going to do this despite what it's doing. It blinds your eyes. Now, I know you can't help yourself. You've tried several times. You've told yourself you're going to obey your stop loss this time. You tried it and you still removed it. You told yourself you're going to do it this time. You're very, very sure you're going to hold the stop loss. You did it one day. The stop loss hit. The trade went back in your favor. You felt so bad. Why did it go back? So the next time you failed again in setting the stop loss. Now, let's solve that. Let's remove your human emotions out of the equation and allow your trade play the way it should go. Today's video, we're going to be building a stop loss enforcer that is going to enforce your stop loss whether you like it or not. If you get into a trade and you take up the stop loss, or the trade gets into the market without a stop loss, it's going to enforce a predefined stop loss on your trade whether you like it or not. You take it off, it's going to put it back. You take it off, it's going to put it back. If you take it off a lot of time, it could shut off that trade. So we're going to be building this on MT4 and MT5 as an EA. And also for the crypto guys, we are also going to be having another video where we're going to be building that for Binance and Bybit. So let's jump in to writing the codes. Alright, so this is going to be a very simple and short code for our first version, and we're going to keep improving this code as you keep telling me more things to add into protecting your stop loss. So at first, we want to define what will be our stop loss calculation. So we're going to call that the stop loss entry, and we're going to impute the amount. So over here, we're saying input double. So you're able to change this value anytime you're inserting the EA, and I'm going to show you that. So we'll put the stop loss entry. So let's say $5. So let's assume you're trading SAE USDT, you're trading gold, right? SAE USD, and you want every $5 movement to be a stop loss, or every $1 movement to be a stop loss if you're a scalper. So after that, we're going to initiate the EA, and also we have the function to on the init it. Now, here is where our major code starts from, and then we start the on tick, which we are going to create a function, or we created a function called check stop losses. Okay, so I'm going to explain that function. So we have the void check stop losses, and what we're basically doing is first we're checking through all the position we have. So whatever position we have on our account, we want to check through those positions completely, and we want to loop through all of those positions every single time. So when we look through the position, we're going to get the position ticket from there, and if this position doesn't have a ticket, we just keep it. It's possibly invalid. Now, next thing we want to do, we want to select each of the position by their ticket and want to get the values from this position. We want to get their entry price. We want to get if we already inserted a stop loss on that position, and we also have our stop loss settings. Now, if a position already has a stop loss, we want to skip it, right? Want to skip that position because we've already set a stop loss, and then we'll move on to the other positions. Now, when that position doesn't have a stop loss, we want to check what type of position. Is it a buy position or a sell position? And now, if it's a sell position, it's going to be plus our stop loss setting. All right. Now, when we're done with that and we look all through that, we set the stop loss, we're going to go to the next function, which is now to modify that position. So modifying, we're saying edit that position and impute this new stop loss that we created or that we calculated. And if it does that, it's going to tell us. If not, it's going to tell us failed for whatever error reason. So let's go ahead to compile this code right away and go to the chart and see how this works. So our code has compiled successfully, and it's now time to add it to the chart, and let's see the amazing work. So over here I have my MT5 account, and this is my live account. I'm going to be adding the EA to my live account over here. So the first thing I want to do is to drag the EA into the chart. So we're using the 1 minute chart, right? We want to drag this EA into our chart, and then I'm going to be opening a tiny bit position because this is a live account to be able to test how that works. So I'm going to enable notifications, and over here we have the stop loss settings that we did created, which we're trading for SAU $5. Now if you're scalping, you could put $1. If you're trading this, if you're using this for BTC, you could switch it to maybe 500, whatever really works for you. So we're going to hit the OK button that we want a $5 stop loss, and we're going to go ahead to open a lot. So I'm going to go for 0.01 lot. We already have our stop loss EA monitored enabled, so I'm going to go for like 0.01 lot. Something tiny that doesn't cost a lot, and I'm gonna hit a buy right now. So immediately I hit a buy, did you notice we have the stop loss right there in the same seconds on my account? So whether I like it or not, there's a stop loss. Now we're going to see what happens if I try to remove this stop loss from my phone or from wherever I am. So I'm going to cancel the stop loss right now, and we're going to see what our automation is going to do when we do cancel the stop loss. So I hit on the cancel button, and right away our stop loss is back. I cancel again, is back in the same seconds. I keep canceling, and our stop loss is back. So whether I like it or not, whether my emotions like it or not, whether I feel like this trade is good or is not good, my stop loss will always be enforced on my trading account. Now this is so simple. All you need to do is take this EA, which I just showed you the code live. All you need to do is take that, put it on your PC if you're using MT4, MT5, or put it in an RODP or a VPN that you cannot touch it. So let's say you're outside with your phone and you just looked at your trade, you felt, oh my God, this trade is so good, and you decide to pick up the trade. You want to have the EA in an RODP or a VPN that you cannot easily access and turn off from your phone, right? So whether you set a stop loss, automatically it's going to be enforcing that stop loss whether you like it or not. This is amazing, and this is your first step to being profitable, enforcing your stop loss, so you don't have that one singular trade that blows you out of proportion after making a whole lot of profit. So I want you to do this. Go to your trading history. A lot of you traders, go to your trading history, check your history for the last 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. You could probably see weeks of consistent win or days of consistent win, and one trade blows your account. Consistent win, one trade blows your account. Now let's say buy to that and step into being profitable with as simple as enforcing stop loss without your emotion. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button and tell me in the comment section what more you would like me to add to the stop loss system. What is your trading pattern or your trading enforcer that you like to be enforced through automation?